Welcome to all you Pisceans. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for September 2015. What a very important month for you Pisceans. You will hear that a lot, I think, in the upcoming monthly horoscopes, because there's so much energy in your opposing sign, the other sign that is opposed to you, which is Virgo. So let's get started with the eclipses. And I made separate videos of the eclipses, so I'll put a link somewhere here. The solar eclipse in Virgo on the 13th, and on the 28th, the lunar eclipse in Aries. And because I wanted to explore it a bit more detail, you can watch those videos. Now let's get started with this fresh energy in your 7th house, this eclipse that's happening. That is happening on the 13th at 20 degrees of Virgo. So if you've got planets in Pisces around 20 degrees, you will feel that the most, because it opposes you. And you've got that Chiron there in your sign, and Neptune. Now the eclipse for you is very much focused on relationships. And with relationships, I mean a love relationship, yes. But also relationships between maybe someone you work with, business partners, or maybe just that person that is quite significant for you. We have those periods of time that it's not a love relationship, it's not really a friend, it's like more of a mentor or someone who helps us out. That's the 7th house as well, and especially with Jupiter there in your 7th house. Jupiter, the planet of mentors, you could say, and of meaningfulness. So there is a whole new, for a lot of you, that this could mean, especially for the single Pisceans, there could be starting a new relationship. Not maybe specifically now in September, because eclipses tend to have energy going on for a bit longer than that. But a lot of you will encounter new people, and very meaningful for you, for your own growth, and help you expand, whether it is a business person, whether it is a special friend or a mentor, someone who helps you out, or a love relationship, which is very, very meaningful, because we are in eclipse time, and eclipses fall into the signs of Virgo and of Pisces. So these are periods in your life that are a bit more crucial, you could say. So that's one thing. Things come to fruition, you could say, when it comes to realizing something. So it's like the end of a cycle and a new beginning, you could say. And this has to do with the theme of Chiron as well, because the eclipse opposes Chiron. So as I talk about in the video of the solar eclipse as well, this eclipse is a lot about understanding, especially for you, because it's in the houses of connections, of people, other people. So it's about understanding other people better. It's actually through the understanding of other people, maybe strange people, weird people, or interesting people, or whatever, or nice people. It's by going into their psyche almost that you understand not only them, but also yourself. Sometimes it's the other way around. I think it's very clear the other way around. When you understand yourself, you understand other people better, period. It's very simple. But sometimes through interactions with other people, it's a bit of that mirror effect that I'm talking about, because the eclipse is in the 7th house, so you put your emphasis on that other person. So you learn a lot, and you learn a lot about helping others as well, not rescuing others, because because this is this theme of Chiron. So you've got Chiron in your sign. And the Chiron theme, when it's in the relationship houses, is a lot about understanding others, is a lot about being able to help them without going into their dramas. And you have to go into it. If you want to understand someone, you have to be next to them. You have to understand, and I don't have to explain that to a Piscean, do I? But you also have to get out of it again. And that is that Virgo energy that is out there, that very analytical and a bit detached energy, and that helps you to have a bit more of a distance. So it's very contradictory, opposite energy, but it's complementary. So the Chiron in Pisces and the Sun and the Moon in Virgo is very complementary energy. It's like you have empathy, you get one with that person, but also you are an individual and you get out of their energy and of their energy field, so you can help them better. You know, it's always better than helping someone by just learning them how to fish instead of giving them fish all of the time. So the relationships become more meaningful because Jupiter is in there, but also you grow very quickly now through your connections with other people. And I think you always do that because you're a Piscean and you connect very easily with others. But now it's actually by having that distance, but not the distance that is too far, you get closer to them. I hope that makes sense. It sounds a bit complicated, doesn't it? But that's oppositions, and it's very interesting for you to have these oppositions. And so what else is there? Well, there is at the beginning of the month, there is a Venus-Mars conjunction, which is always nice to see, and it's in Leo in your 6th house. So there is passion going on with work, with your day-to-day routines, especially the beginning of the month. Maybe you're finding a new way to approach your day-to-day routines, maybe also finding some remedies for better health or for better, not only physically, but also mentally. You, or maybe pets as well, having a good time with pets as well. But whatever it is, it's that passion that you have every day. And that's good. That's nice. And it's in those little things, because it's in the 6th house. The 6th house is a very detailed kind of house. So it can be in just having a nice cup of coffee, watching your kids or watching a pet, whatever, and you're feeling very, very alive. That kind of thing. Or your work that you're doing gets a bit better of a routine. Now, so that's that. And Venus goes direct as from the 18th. So it shows that there's a shift there when it comes to your day-to-day work. You love it more than usual. And then what else? The Mercury is going retrograde, and it's in your 8th house. And now the other eclipse comes into the picture. The other eclipse is at the 28th, and it's in Aries, your 2nd house. So the value houses are activated here, which are very real houses. So it's going to be a real month. So it's going to be a month with an emphasis on relationships, you understanding people even better than you already do, but feeling very real because of that as well. And now the value houses, sometimes it's money, but it's about, especially with the Mercury retrograde in the 8th house, that is very deep. It means that your thoughts are really on a deep psychological level. Again, understanding yourself deeper, maybe deeper intimacy. That's all. The 8th house is also the house of intimacy, understanding someone special on a very, very deep level. And being not scared to open yourself up to someone else. And also understanding the metaphysical side of life as well. Understanding, for instance, life after death. That's the 8th house. Understanding, for instance, what you are all about, your value and the value of other people. But on a very basic level, it could mean that you are sorting out things, and it's a good time for that. If you are in a relationship, you are sorting out the resources that you share. So that could be a house, it could be that you the insurances that you have, that you sell them and that you buy something worthful or valuable or whatever. So money that you share with someone else could be in the spotlight in order for it to be better for you, to have better value. So it could be taxes, it could be, it could also be that something comes to you that belongs to you. It can also mean that you with the moon there, the eclipse there in the second house, there's some kind of a fruition. There's some kind of a more understanding, more things that become clear when it comes to your value. The things that belong to you, that you value them in a different light as well, and that in combination with other people's resources and values. So it's a deep month, but it's also a light month that you can have on a day-to-day level with that Venus there in the 6th house. But after so much fire energy in Leo that we had, now it's more the earthly energy. It's more, and that goes well with the Pisces, because having a lot of fire energy in Leo is good, because it's the heart energy and it's enjoyment, and hopefully you've gained some enjoyment in that area that I just described of the 6th house. But now it's time to get real, and not that you weren't before, but to even get more real. And that Virgo energy there, especially relationships, you really want them to be honest, to be real, and to be complementary in some sort of way. You valuing those other people, but those other people also on the same level valuing you. And so that's good. It's a good month for Pisces, I think. Is that everything? I think it is. Well, there's even more. Yeah, with the Jupiter there opposing Neptune, that's the last detail I want to mention. So you've got Jupiter in your 7th house, Neptune in your house. If that would be the only aspect, it would be a bit of an aspect that you go a bit, you have no boundaries. But this is squared up to Saturn. And I think that's good. Because again, it's that vision. You want to grow, you have ideas, but Saturn is saying, hey, keep the feet on the ground. And that probably has to do with your work as well, because that Saturn has come into your 10th house again in Sagittarius on the 18th. So you want to become real in all aspects, key areas of your life. That's good.